And let's record you as well. You were Henderson, right? I mean, I got these pictures from EKU Direct. Some of them are sharp, some of them are not. I don't know if all of you have it. Let's see. Yeah, Jared, I don't have your picture. If you want, you can send me a headshot. If not, you're just that guy. As I said before, this is also something I've done using macros. Helps your life quite a bit. Doesn't matter too much in this class, but if you're taking attendance on a class of 640, this is much quicker. All I have to do is click on stuff. That's about it. All right. Last time we kind of created two tables, one for the inputs, one for the options. We made sure that we define these ranges where uh, they can change with a double click, right? So double click makes them red or green, depending on the options. Now I'm going to kind of use this to make simple present value, future value calculations. So I'm going to have only two options. So I'm going to delete the third one. All right. I'm going to call this solver mode. Actually, I'm going to call this if this thing, and I called it solver setup mode, equals 1. I'm going to call that solver mode, otherwise setup mode. As you can see, it changes. And I'm going to call this if this thing equals 1. Uh, Actually, let me name this cell as well. Present, future. No, it shouldn't have done that. Okay. When you type formulas in tables, it extends it to all of them. All you have to do is Control Z. It's pretty much. I want to ignore that. Okay. I'm going to use this to make a very simple uh, setup. I want to be able to calculate present value of a future single cash flow or future value of a present value now. But my inputs are APR, my interest rate. I'm going to have it input uh, compounding frequency, compounding. I'm going to add one more input, uh, time in years, one more input, and this is going to be, if I'm doing present value, this is going to be future value, otherwise present value. So in this current option setup, my job is to calculate a future value, then present value is an input. If I'm going to calculate a present value, future value is an input. I like my formats to be proper, just out of my own. So if I enter the numbers, for example, in this specific problem, and let me also go to setup mode. I want to calculate present value of $5,000 I'm going to get in 7 years, monthly compounding, and interest rate is 2.5. Okay, something like that. Now, let me see. Let me put here. Should be a comma. What happened here? Oh, because I'm going to add one more input. Let me copy these and because sometimes I'm going to tell you future value is 5,000, present value is 2,000. What is the APR that's going to give you that if compounding frequency is 12 and time in years is 7? That's where the solver is going to come in. Okay. Now let me make this a bit smaller because real estate is valuable. Right about here, I'm going to calculate formulas. Formula. Oops. I don't want to extend the table. If I'm doing present value, and I'm going to start with the future value, divide that by 1 plus the APR divided by the frequency raised to the power number of years. In this case, I'm calculating present value of $5,000. If I'm doing the other way around, I'm going to take the future value or present value, multiply that by 1 plus the APR divided by compounding frequency I'm gonna make this actually red background, white, bold. Okay.